All right, Stevenson Grammar. We're going to do chapter 21. This is week 18. And our topic is the object pronouns. Right there, object pronouns. If you're following along in your teacher's manual, it's page 97. Okay, so first of all, we're going to do a little bit of review. Do you remember what a pronoun is? Do you remember when we talked about pronouns? Okay, can you list some pronouns?
Above, beyond.
Those are prepositions. All these P words are using.
Yeah. Hers.
Okay.
His, her, my.
Okay, those are possessive pronouns. So that's good though.
Would it be he, she?
So, hang on. His, her, and you said my, mine, yours, your and yours. So those are possessive pronouns. Okay. So what else do you have? Some that are not possessive.
Him, her, it. Y'all, or you all. Is that one? Is,
You is one.
You, yeah.
Is that?
Okay. Keep going. What else? What about?
That.
I.
Is it that one?
Demonstrative. Men. Why did I write that? Here I go, writing weird things on the board.
I was like.
I, me, they,
It.
it, we,
Y'all. Oh, I said that.
yeah, you, y'all. We'll just say you, y'all, yes, yeah, whatever. We're gonna ignore that. What else? Them, good. Okay, so do you remember when we talked about pronouns? Those of you who have done Stevenson Grammar all along, they said that in Latin it means. What does pro mean?
Oh. Bonus is good.
What could it be?
It's either for or.
No, it's two.
For or to, exactly. But in this case, from with the Stevenson Grammar, it was focusing on the for part. So we use this word for a noun. Remember? Pronoun meant for noun. Yes.
It's the pronoun renames the noun without using like a naming word or like
Good, yeah.
an actual name.
Good. So they use it for the noun. Okay. So that is what a pronoun is. Now, I want you to look at. We're going to do another quick review from last week. What were the jobs of a noun? I know you guys are like, wait, we just talked about pronouns and now we're shifting over here to nouns. What are you doing, lady? But I have a method to my madness here, okay? Jobs of nouns.
Subject.
Subject.
Object of the preposition.
I'm just going to write prep because we all know I can't spell things correctly on a dry erase board.
Direct object.
Okay.
You can just put OP.
Oh. Okay. Direct object.
Indirect object.
Good.
Complement. Pronoun. Or
Okay. Complement was right. These are all direct object and indirect objects are complement. But what's the other one?
Subject.
Subject complement, which we called the pronoun, the predicate nominative, the predicate noun, which is the subject complement.
Oh yeah, not person.
Predicate noun.
So predicate adjectives is an adjective,
It is.
but it's right
It's a-
after the verb.
Exactly. And what word does it modify? What word does that adjective modify?
It modifies the noun of that subject.
There you go. Good. You guys got them all. So there's five roles that a noun can play in a sentence. Now, let's go back to pronoun. If pronoun is a word that you use for a noun, guess how many ways you can use a pronoun in a sentence? 5 ways.
Oh.
Okay? Because anywhere that you can use the noun in the sentence, you can use a pronoun for it in the sentence. Right? Makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So, I will list off. For instance, let's get I am going to erase. Okay, let's get a sentence up here. This is going to be a long sentence, okay? You guys, actually, can you copy down the sentence either in, if you have your Stevenson grammar, I want you to copy this down in your, it says parts of speech. So turn to your pronoun page of your parts of speech and copy down the sentence. The man beside the girl brought Tom new books to read. Okay.
And exercises?
You could do it in exercises. I would say this has to do it in the parts of speech section. So like in your on your pronoun page. The man beside
The girl.
thank you. I just wanted to make more space.
Brought Tom a book to read. Is that right?
Good job. All right. When you have this sentence copied down, like
Yep, got it.
you're done.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll wait for these guys. All right. I only have one color of dry erase marker today, so it'll be a little bit confusing.
I have
but-
one.
Do you? Can I use it so we can have a little bit of different? Oh my gosh, my thing's a mess. Hold on a second. So, Reese, can you go through the sentence analysis steps and analyze this sentence? Jack, can you? Or actually, Richard, would you mind going through the sentence analysis steps and analyzing the sentence?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Woo, yay, McKenna!
That's all I do. You wrong.
So,
Can I do the rescue?
first, read the sentence.
Do you want to come do it, or do you want me to do it as you tell
I
me?
guess I can. I don't know where I left my shoes, but that's okay.
You want to bring your steps up here, or actually, Jack, you're gonna read the steps as he analyzes it. So, step number 1.
Chapter 2.
That's number 2.
Read the
Read
sentence.
the sentence. The man beside the girl brought Tom a book to read.
Thanks. Told you I skipped one.
Tom book to read.
Check for 2.
Check for 2. There's 1, 2. There's
Okay.
and it's a verb.
That's right. It's a verb phrase.
Is find and label prepositional phrases.
This
Yeah.
too.
It's not a preposition though because it's a verb phrase.
Okay.
But that's okay. So, but there are other. So, find and label preposition words.
Yeah, that's what.
I I thought someone raised their hands. Oh. So used to putting an R on my name.
Okay. What's next? Jack.
Find and label verb phrases or infinitive. Sorry to do that. It's to read.
Okay. So go ahead and do this as he's like copy down what he's doing in your books.
Find, mark, and label the main verb.
And the subject next.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Okay. Is it adjectives next?
It's find and circle complements.
Oh, you skipped adjectives, but go ahead. You can do the adjectives and then. Here. There. Does that make you happy?
Yeah.
Okay. Now compliments. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Brought Tom book to read.
Yeah. Tom and
9 is.
Hang on.
Alright.
Okay.
9 is write SC over subject. Complements. I don't think there are.
Okay.
but because there's two, it would be there would be two.
The
So
glare was
indirect and
making it
direct
so you
object.
couldn't see the
Yes,
green.
So
Okay. So you sneak the. Go ahead, Jack.
Find and label indirect object, and then find and label the direct object.
this is the direct object.
It answers what, right?
Yeah, and this is indirect because it's who.
Excellent. Good job.
And last but not least is find and label predicate noun and adjective.
There isn't. There are none. Good job. Okay. So I need another volunteer, please. And since we have another color, 2 more colors, we're going to use it. All right. I need a volunteer. Come, Laura.
I don't know the students of grammar.
That's okay. You can do this.
okay.
I want you to to replace the subject noun, the subject noun, with a pronoun.
Can I like change the sentence a little, or how would I?
So just write in the other color. Just write the he.
Yeah.
And in this case, you would just get rid of the article the.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't say the he, you would just say he, right? So good. All right. What other nouns do we have here? Girl, which is the object of the preposition. So replace that noun with her. Good. What else do we have? What other noun do we have? Tom.
Him.
Okay. Good. And okay. Okay. Good job. So now we have
Doesn't really make
he beside the her. That didn't work so well. The man beside the girl. He. Maybe we can't replace this one. We'll just erase that one for now. But that would have been correct. Like that didn't work. Okay, the man beside her brought him a. Now we're not gonna have the a.
Well, you
Brought him it to read.
You have to put an A.
Yeah. But a
Brought.
a.
Mom, I thought you were a grammar teacher.
So it's a little
Brought
weird,
him
right?
Him.
Yeah, that was a little weird. That was a really strange example that they gave us to use, I think. Okay, but let's go back. Why did you pick her instead of she?
Beside the
That made
sheep.
more sense, right? What about him? Why did you use him instead of he?
I'm trying to think of a reason, but it sounds better.
Good. And why did you pick he up here instead of him? because it sounded better. Okay, good. So I'm going to erase
Emphasizing.
our awkward sentence that I'm sure if I was a more clever English teacher, I could have fixed easier. That was a really weird sentence to have us use. Okay, so let's list our pronouns this way then. We have subject pronouns. Pronouns that can be used as the subject of the sentence. And then we have object pronouns. Pronouns that can be used as the object of the sentence. So, think about this. We have subject nouns, then we have object of the preposition. We have direct objects, we have indirect objects, and a predicate noun. Okay? So, the pronouns that you can use for objects. Well, let's go with subjects first. Would be he, she, it, you, and they. Good. And then if you receive the action, you're the object or something, then it would be, instead it would be him, her, it, still you, right?
Yeah.
And them. Okay? So if you'll turn to, and then we have, in addition to, these are all, we could have divided it into singular and plural. So on page 98, it has, here, hang on, I'm going to erase this, and we're going to go further into singular and plural. So on your, turn to your parts of speech then, within pronouns, and write out this chart. So we have singular, and we have plural as well. So singulars would be me,
Mine.
you, her, him,
Can I ask you to get the markers for her?
it,
She left them.
us. She left?
Yeah.
Oh,
She left so quietly.
she did.
The way you're supposed to like look at
No, she completely photobombed the video.
Oh, she did?
Them. Them.
Wouldn't we be in there?
We goes over here.
Why do we have three
The
thems?
subject.
Well,
Plural.
because him, her, and it would all be them. It's the same thing, like in our OST movie. They're all.
Okay.
I get it. It just seemed a little strange.
So if you use pronouns to replace object nouns, you use me, you, her, him. They that works with those. And then subject pronouns are like he, she, you, it, they. Okay? So you would not say, for instance, if it was the subject of the sentence, you would not say, me ate my food. Right? You certainly wouldn't say that.
I ate my food.
But sometimes where we get confused is when we have a compound subject. If it's Laura, if I say, me and Laura ate our food, does that sound as weird to you?
No.
No, but
It doesn't-
the correct is Laura and I.
It's exactly. So you're still using the object pronoun me incorrectly. You should be using the subject pronoun I. I ate my food. Even if I say Laura and I ate my food. Okay? Or ate our food.
Yeah.
Right. Unless I was sharing. Okay. Then also, if you think about in the same way, as the object too. You don't necessarily have to say, Laura gave her food to I. You wouldn't say that. And I wouldn't say, Laura gave her food to Joe and I. Okay? It's an object pronoun, so you need to say, Laura gave her food to me, or Laura gave her food to Joe and me. Okay? Okay?
People get that one wrong all the time. It drives me nuts. Especially when they think they're doing it right and they're doing it wrong. And I really want to say something so badly, but
So you're a grammar Nazi too.
I am a grammar Nazi, but usually just in my head.
She's worse than I am.
Some
In her head, she
I
is
prefer
way worse than
Grammar
I am.
Secret Police.
So, but the reason is that from that is because we're kind of programmed. Don't say me, say I.
one of
You
my
know.
pet peeves is
Yeah.
like it's certain things.
So, say me when you're using it as an object pronoun.
Me and I and Bryce went out one time, and we actually
Okay,
You always put the
that's-
other person first.
That is the correct pronoun to use as a subject pronoun. But she's right. You know, etiquette demands that you use the other person's name first.
I think
So,
There's
there's a workbook page to do this week, so don't forget to do your workbook page. And that's a wrap.
I do yours.